Shut up and sit down.
All right, welcome in, guys. We are going to jump into your free Friday MLB picks. We have two of them. We have three, but San Francisco and the LA Giants are delayed. We're going to jump into that here in a second. My name is Cody. Thank you for joining me today. You can go ahead and find me on Twitter at CTibbs81. That's CTIBBS81. And then tweet at me. Let me know how you found me, and I will start distributing more picks over Twitter, and we'll go from there. Take my gum out. There we go. Apologize for that. So yeah, like I said, the Giants and the Dodgers are delayed today for the. First off, we had that pick, and so we won't have that one. But they were delayed in San Francisco for the first time in 12 years. 12 years. That just blew my mind, right? That's got to be like the longest streak in all of baseball. That absolutely blows my mind. They have an outdoor stadium. Besides any team, obviously, that has a dome, who else isn't getting delayed? I mean, how are they? I don't know. I guess in my mind now, it never rains in sunny San Francisco. How wild is that? I mean, that just absolutely blows my mind, right? Let's go around the league real quick. Cardinals rookie Jordan Hicks. Oh boy, can this guy throw? Right? This guy, goodness. This title is Cardinals rookie Jordan Hicks appears to have taken the title of the fastest pitcher in baseball. From, Aroldis Chapman. No, I don't like the way that looks. I apologize. From Aroldis Chapman. But let me go through this real quick. Aroldis throws that four-seam hard, and we know that. We've seen that for a while. Now, keep in mind, this article was written before, or this was posted, all these stats were posted before. Aroldis has really had a fair chance. He's only made like 3 appearances and only thrown 31 pitches or something stupid. This guy has a two-seam fastball that sits at 101.6. Sorry. So picture 101 running in on your hands for a right-handed hitter, or even a lefty running away from you. Then he's got a sinker that runs 101.4, right? So now you got 101.6 running in on you if you're right-handed, and 101.4 diving away from you. And then you got the four-seam at 101.3. That's not going to have any movement. Good luck seeing that out of the hand. Absolutely blows my mind. So that was just a fun fact for you. What else going on this weekend? Jake Arrieta making his debut for the Phillies against the Marlins. Remember Lance Lynn? Lance Lynn made his debut after a long spring of not getting a contract, and he signed that short deal with the Twins. Didn't have a great first inning. Jake Arrieta is one of those guys. We've seen him. He gets amped up. He takes this real serious. Expect him to have a chip on his shoulder. He was looking for a big deal this offseason, and obviously he didn't get it. He got a 3-year, $75 million deal with the Phillies. Way late into spring training. I mean, way late. So expect him to come out with the chip on his shoulder. That first half over, those first 5 innings, that over will probably be set at, if I had to guess, will be set at 4.5 because they were playing the Marlins. I don't know who the Marlins are throwing. But if I had to guess, it's going to be set at about 4.5, maybe 5 if we're lucky, or if we're unlucky. If it gets any lower than 4.5, I would be shocked. So let's just say it's 5. Anyway, that over-under will be over on that all day whenever he does make his debut. And I know it is against the Marlins, but the Marlins have been pesky all year. The Marlins have played better than expected. Obviously, they are one of the lower-tier teams in the league, but they have they've remained competitive, right? Unlike the Rays or unlike maybe the Rangers. I don't know whom else, just because I'm following the Rays pretty hard right now. I'm not really following any of the crappy teams, sorry. But the Marlins have remained competitive, so I expect that over. I expect that to be over, and I expect the Phillies to step up a notch as well. They scored a couple runs in yesterday's game. Should be good. Let's see. Skip that one. Shohei Ohtani makes a second start on Sunday, his second start of the year against the same team that he faced the first go-around. What do you think that means? Making his first start, or his second start up against the A's. Last time he limited him to 3 runs over 6 innings pitched. 3 runs, 3 hits over 6 innings. That second go-around is something to keep in mind, right? Now, he did... After he gave up a second inning home run, he retired the last 14 out of 15 batters he faced, but this is the second time the A's will be seeing him. I don't know how much to take into account what we saw in spring. I will probably be staying away from that game, but part of me wants to take either the A's or the over in that matchup. I don't know who the A's are throwing, but That's one to keep in mind. If you are doing anything in this game, do not bet the under. If anything, bet the over. But we will re-examine that one before Sunday, hopefully. The A's, or not the A's, the Astros. Garrett Cole will be throwing this weekend as well. He'll be making his debut in Minute Maid Park on Saturday at 7:10, and he was just unreal against Texas. Absolutely unreal. He allowed just a run on 2 hits and 3 walks in 7 innings. Right? I mean, I believe he's the number 3 in that rotation with Verlander and Keuchel, and then you got him. Lance McCullers isn't a guy to sleep on. I mean, they have pieces, so that's one to keep in mind as well. Cole looks outstanding, and that team just isn't getting any better. An ace that doesn't look good is Clayton Kershaw. He's 0-2 this year. I expect him to get off of that train today. That's why we liked the Giants in that game, and we also liked the under, but that's postponed. Won't be happening. He's 0-2, and that's the first time that's happened since 2009, 2008. He began 0-3, but that was his rookie year. His velocity is down a tick, but it is early in the year. I wouldn't take that into mind, or I wouldn't keep that in mind at all. Expect him to get back into midseason form. As far as how good he's going to be, I don't know. I mean, this is a contract year. This is a big year for him, and we're already seeing guys not getting the big deals that they wanted, so we'll see how this translates. This offseason is going to be nuts with Bryce Harper, who's already playing out of his mind. We will see Bryce Harper getting paid probably an island and half of North America if we had to guess. But we'll see. Kershaw is a guy that obviously we expect to bounce back. Still relatively young. Still got a lot of life on that arm. And I expect him to bounce back for sure. I don't see him starting 0-3. Getting into my picks. Here we go. We have a couple. First one, game delayed. We have the over 10 in the Atlanta-Colorado game. I love games in Colorado. I love overs in those games. It's not telling me anything about this game. Brandon McCarthy going for the Braves. Marquez going for the Rockies. Both had pretty good opening day starts, if I remember my research correctly. I did my research this morning at like 6. But they both did okay. That over 10 is a big number, but I do like it a lot. And then the general consensus is that number 10, right? That 10 is always under. And let's just take a look real quick because we can. The over-under on this game, like I said, was set at 10. Now, other games the other games that are over 10, Rangers Blue Jays over-under 10, majority on the under. Over-under, oh boy, where's it at? Doesn't give me percentages now, so that's awkward. Let's see. The over 9.5, actually 50% of the public was on it. But if you notice that over under 10, a lot of people like the under on that one because it seems like such a big number. It's not. We know that. And then when you get over unders at 6.5, 7, people are all over the over because it seems like such a small number. It's actually usually the opposite. And but we'll jump into that on another day. The other over under we have, guess what? We do have that Toronto Texas game at over 10. Starts at 8:05 in the PM. So those are only 2 we have. Right now, we're trying to shake out who's who. We hit that opening week pretty hard, and hopefully we can figure out, like I said, when I had mentioned a while ago, we have the 3 tiers. We have the dominant teams, which are usually about 4 or 5. Then we have the middle of the pack, which tends to be most of the league. And then we have the bottom tier, and that tends to be like, so far it's already shaping up to be Tigers, Rays, and Marlins. Originally I had the Pirates in there, but it doesn't seem like the Pirates will. The Pirates should settle into that lower tier, but right now they're playing really well. We'll see how long that lasts. I don't expect it to last too long, but at 4-1 or 5-1, whatever they are, good for them. But we will see. So those are my 2 picks for you going into today. Hopefully you can get those in. And thank you for watching. My name is Cody. You can find me on Twitter at CTibbs81. That's CTIBBS81.